clutch performance. Mooch, answer that for me.
How about that guy right there, Aaron Donald? You know what, MJ? He's been the Defensive Player of the Year 2 times. There's only been 2 guys in the history of our league that have won it 3 times, and he might well be on his way. That's J.J. Watt and Lawrence Taylor. Since 16, man, nobody has had more quarterback hits and pressures and caused turnovers, you name it. This guy's a beast, and he is the Bridgestone clutch performer, Aaron Donald.
So glad you mentioned him, Mooch, because first I want to welcome in Steve White, who is out at SoFi Stadium for tonight's Monday night matchup. And we're going to get into this defensive battle, Steve White, because you can't talk about Rams and Bears without talking about Khali Mack and Aaron Donald and that defensive group.
Yeah, 2 great members from the same draft class. And Khali Mack has had 3 of his 4.5 sacks the last 2 games. Of course, Aaron Donald, 7.5 sacks to lead the NFL. And in talking to players from both teams on how they're going to handle each other, let's start with how the Rams want to get after Khali Mack. I spoke to right tackle Rob Havenstein, who is going to be faced up against Mack a lot. And he said they have really got to attack him and, in fact, be aggressive in attacking that whole defensive front, because you got a lot of other winners there that free up Khali Mack, but they're going to be very cognizant of where Mack is. As for Aaron Donald, Bears center Cody Whitehair said their communication has got to be on point because Donald moves all along that defensive front. They have got to know exactly where he is, and their strategy is to try to, according to Whitehair, get into him early and get physical on him early, because they know if he gets going, he can be a significant problem. Now let's also talk about the quarterbacks, MJ, who have to face these guys. Bears quarterback Nick Foles, he's kind of slowly getting ingrained into what head coach Matt Nagy wants to do. And Nagy said this week that they knew this was going to be a slow burn, getting him indoctrinated. So some Bears offensive linemen said this week the best thing they can do is to get the run game going. That has not been great, especially now that they're going to have to face this Rams defense. That's going to be a significant challenge.
Well, Steve, as we get ready for the game tonight, of course, a lot of the players also focused on what's going on off the field. 8 days away from Election Day, the Rams with a lot of voting initiatives. What are they doing?
Yeah, MJ, if you look around this entire stadium, on every ring, you can see behind me, it says vote. And they've had several players, especially wide receiver Robert Woods and quarterback Jared Goff, lead a lot of voting initiative drives. In fact, Woods, he is working with a rideshare company to provide rides to get people to the polls and the ballot boxes. Also on Election Day, just outside of SoFi Stadium, there will be a polling place for people who live in this area. It will not be in the stadium. It'll be outside in a facility that they're putting together right now. But again, the Rams are doing their part, as the whole NFL, to get people to the polls and to express their voices by expressing their votes.
And there's not one piece behind you that doesn't have vote on it, like you said, Steve White. Thank you. We'll check in with you later for more on this Monday night matchup. All right, time now for Tale of the Tape. Willie, Mooch, and David join me for this one. Now, let's dive into this one part by part, you guys. David, the category is quarterbacks for Bears at Rams.
Of course it is. That's always the first one on the list, MJ. You're absolutely right. So quarterbacks, when you look at it, so Jared Goff, and I kind of put Sean McVay in this also. And then you look on the other side, you got Foles with Matt Nagy. I just think that Sean McVay and Jared Goff have a clear advantage here. It's the Rams all the way, the ability to see things at line of scrimmage. I think Jared has gotten a lot better at line of scrimmage, understanding what he's seeing. When he first came out of college, he had no idea. He's now in the top, I would say 10, as far as getting his team in the right place. So I'm going to go Rams all the way.
All right, Mooch, teeing this one up to you. You get the running backs.
Yes, yes. Oh, running backs. Thank you. Thank you, Vanna White. Okay, so let's talk about this. And I'm going to give the advantage to the Rams, and I'll tell you why. They play running back by committee, don't they? Darrell Henderson, Malcolm Brown, once in a while, Cam Akers from Florida State. And you know what? They use all of these guys very well, but the thing they do best in the passing game is play action pass. Yes. So the run game and the play action pass with this running back core, very essential, and they're doing a good job of it. That's why I give the Rams the running back advantage.
Okay.
All right, guys, I'm going to take the receivers group, but I'm going to talk a little Bears here because I want to shout out Allen Robinson, who, for the record, has been doing great for my fantasy team. I hope I have not jinxed him for tonight. But when you look at the other side of this, the Rams wide receivers group, yes, we know Cooper Kupp, we know Robert Woods have been going off. Robinson is having a better season than both of them. I don't have my bifocal, so I'm going to read these to you. He has 66 targets, 40 receptions, 474 receiving yards, 2 receiving touchdowns. Also, as a unit, Both Kupp and Woods have had just one 100-game each. Robinson has 2 so far. Just hear me out. I'm just saying, keep an eye on him tonight in this game.
Hey. MJ, hold on. Before you get to me, you ever heard of a guy named Jalen Ramsey?
I know, I hear you, but I'm just saying.
So you won't hear of a guy named Allen Robinson tonight. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
That's for fun. Go ahead and talk about defense then.
All right, I'm going to get on the defense, and I'm going to go with the Chicago Bears. And I know we talk about Aaron Donald, and he is one of the best players to ever do it at his position, and Jalen Ramsey is right up there as well. But when I talk defense, I look at the back, the middle, like Eddie Jackson, the guy on the back end. You look at the linebackers with Roquan Smith, Danny Trevathan, guys up front that can control the trenches. Khalil Mack is feeling real disrespected because nobody's really talking about Khalil tonight. So you got Khalil Mack, Akeem Hicks, Robinson. You got guys on every level that can play this game. Robert Quinn, don't forget about him on the edge. And then when you look at what they're doing, just over 19 points a game, they're number 2 on third down, so they're getting off the football field. And guess what? Passing TDs that the Rams like to do, even though I'm picking the Rams, they're number 1. Yeah. They're only giving up 4 passing TDs. And completion percentage, they're number 1. So overall, this is a good defense. And they're middle of the pack of takeaways, Coach.
Yeah, okay. Well, I get to do the coach, right, MJ? I get to do the coach?
I got
Go ahead. Coach, right here. Coach. Well, let me tell you, this is the tiebreaker. It looks like it's 2-2, huh? I want to say the Rams, and I'll tell you why, Willie. All right? Both of these coaches, Matt Nagy and Sean McVay, have won Coach of the Year honors, okay? They're both solid as heck that way. They both have great offenses, a lot of fun to watch. I'm sorry, defenses. Yep. But their offenses, Sean's been much more consistent, and the Bears are still trying to find their way a little bit.
Trying to figure it
out over there. So I'm going to give the advantage to the Rams, and plus they slept in their own bed. I mean, the Chicago Bears, they're in the same hotel I was in.
They've been out here since Saturday.
They came out Saturday. What do you do all day Saturday, Sunday, Monday? Watch a lot of soap operas, I guess. But you know what? I give the advantage to the Rams when they're playing at home in SoFi.
Okay. All right, fair enough. So Mooch broke the tie there, the advantage to the Rams in this tale of the tape. But while we're talking about no disrespect all early on a Monday, let's look at our Monday Night Football picks board. This is standings.
Why do you have to highlight my Yeah, no, I'm done.
MJ Acosta-Ruiz, who's that? She's in the top spot, 6-1. Willie and Mooch both at 5-2. David Carr. He's done picking with his heart because he's at 3-4.
It's all hard. I'm emotionally invested.
Our in-house nice guy. You gotta start being cold-blooded. That's all it is. So what will it be this week, guys? David, I'm gonna start with you. Set it off right from the jump. Who you got for tonight?
The best team is the Rams, so I'm going to go with the Rams. No more heart. I'm ripping it completely out. all just rational opinions here.
No more heart. You are heartless.
Cut the heart out, huh?
Right. All right. Well, I'm going to go with the Rams too, Willie. 30-24. Is that what I'm going to do?
Yeah,
30-24.
I got you.
It's going to be a good game though. Two good teams here.
All right. And I'm going to go with the Rams as well. 30-20. What did I say? 30-20. I don't think it's going to be a 6-7 point game. I think it'll be 10 points. The Rams just have too much offensively. As good as the defense is for the Bears, I think at some point they'll wear down if they can't generate points and be consistent on third down and move the ball down the field. So I'm going to go with the Rams. They're at home. They're rested. They're ready to go. And they're going to be explosive offensively with something up their sleeve that the Bears have not seen.
Yeah?
All right. We're starting to look like our Thursday night football colleagues. I'm also going Rams. 30-27. I hope that we are much luckier than they are since we have a clean sweep across the board for Los Angeles. All right, guys. Thanks. We have a lot more coming up after the break, and with sincere apologies to all NFL running backs, it's time to see who tripped this week's baller alert. Little hint.